Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and we're back with another Total War faction rework speculation video. Today we'll be discussing the Warriors of Chaos and their eventual faction rework that most likely will come in Total War Warhammer 3. So without further ado, let's begin. The Warriors of Chaos were one of the first playable factions for the Total War Warhammer series and the first official playable horde. Being one of the first playable factions, they obviously haven't aged very well in comparison to the races of Warhammer 2. Barring the fact that the Horde system is very flawed at the moment, the Warriors of Chaos themselves aren't really the powerhouse they're supposed to be. These are warriors known to cause death and destruction wherever they roam, however in Total War Warhammer they're more of a nuisance than anything else. So with that, I've looked online, I've looked at your suggestions and speculations, and I've also come up with some of my own. Please bear in mind I will not be talking about new lords and units, although they are very much needed. We'll be talking about those in a different video. First and foremost would be the separation of faction and hordes. Archaon, Korlek and Sigvald should have their own individual factions, and any new legendary lords that may be added should also have them too. Different starting positions would also be great, and this would allow for all three factions to cause chaos in their own respective areas. Obviously we'd have Korlek coming down from the north, Archaon could probably come down from Norska, and Prince Sigvald would maybe launch an invasion towards Ulthuan. A minor change, but a little bit of diversity in regards to start positions would make it a lot more fun. Also, being able to confederate with other factions or having some allied factions doing some damage at the same time does help out quite a bit. Next, I'd like to see an alignment system put in place where you can get your generic Chaos Lords and have them dedicate themselves to a specific god. Here I believe they can take some inspiration from how Norska currently has their alignment system, and that's on how the Bretonnians have their vow system done, where the Chaos Lord in question could either dedicate himself to one of the Chaos Gods, either Tzeentch, Slaanesh, Khorne or Nurgle, or he could dedicate himself to Chaos Undivided. This would indeed be very similar to the vow system, but with a few different options, and what I imagine is the more that you dedicate yourself to one god over the other, you'd be more powerful in certain senses. So for example, if you dedicated yourself to Tzeentch, you might unlock some bound spells. If you dedicated yourself to Khorne, you'd be much better in melee combat. Nurgle, you'd be more tankier, and so on. With maybe an undivided route where you could dedicate the lord in question to all the Chaos Gods, just not be as powerful as if you would have been fully dedicated to just one. This might be overcomplicating things, but I'd like to see a visual change to the Chaos Lords themselves when they dedicate themselves to a specific god. So say for example, if he dedicates to himself to a Khorne, he would then have his armor tinted red. And maybe also when fully dedicated you can unlock a special faction specific mount for those gods. So once again, for example Khorne, a Chaos Lord would then unlock a Chaos Juggernaut. And maybe dedicating yourself to Slaanesh would unlock one of the special chariots of Slaanesh and so on. The efforts for the mounts wouldn't take so much I think, because you just have the mounts locked behind it, and when you unlock your specific dedication to your god, then you would unlock it as a skill. Though the armor tinting thing does sound like it wouldn't be able to be done. I'm not too sure about that. It really depends on how Creative Assembly could look about that type of stuff. But as I was saying it, I already thought, maybe this is a bit much. But moving on, the Warriors of Chaos does work out quite well as a horde. However, they should have access to some settlements. I'm saying this mainly because lore-wise we know that the Warriors of Chaos do have strongholds, mainly in the Chaos Wastes, so it would make sense for them to have some there. Also, we know in the end times and so on, and yes I know people don't like the end times, but we're going to talk about it a little bit. In the end times, a lot of fortresses owned by the Forces of Order eventually became fortresses for Chaos, like for example Middenheim itself, which essentially became the base of operations for the Everchosen and his legions as he led his last campaign to destroy the Warhammer world. These fortresses would be based around faction capitals, Altdorf, Drakenhof and so on, and it would add a little bit of flavour, plus it would give you a base of operations to plan your next attack. Moving swiftly on, seeing as Norska takes some units from the Warriors of Chaos army, I also believe that we should get some demons in the Warriors of Chaos army. Just as a late game building in the Warriors of Chaos Horde infrastructure, they should be able to have like a demonic portal, where they would be able to summon in minor demons. Plague Bearers, Demonettes, Horrors, and Bloodletters. Very basic core, but it'll still be quite interesting. It would give you a reason to have some more army variety. Plus there's a bit of a theme there. If you're dedicating yourself to Khorne, it would be kinda cool to actually field some Bloodletters. Next, it's more than likely that we'll see Demon Princes of Chaos be available for both the Warriors of Chaos and the Demons of Chaos armies. However, I propose a different system to the Warriors of Chaos. I would like to see the Demons of Chaos being able to recruit recruit demon princes as lords, but in regards to the Warriors of Chaos, I'd like to see a demonic ascension type of thing, where your generic lord that you've leveled up, you've got him immortal and so on, you've dedicated yourself to a god, and then you would be able to go on a quest to then make them a demon prince. Yes, the process would be rather slow, but you wouldn't be able to see that many demon princes anyway. They're not that many established in the lore, so you'd have to have a reason to see this lord actually upgrade himself and ascend to demonhood. I just think that would be rather cool, to be honest. And lastly, I'd like to see a updated technology tree. The current one is, well, very bare, to be honest. It's very streamlined. It's just one section that leads into smaller subsections, but it's all the same thing. Your units get a little bit stronger depending what tier you're going through. You get more post-battle loot, you get more loot from sacking a settlement, and so on. It seems rather bare and not very inspired, to be honest. I think it would be really cool to actually have a technology tree in the shape of the 8-pointed star, the Star of Chaos, and each of the sections could be dedicated to different things. For example, 4 of them could be dedicated to each of the Chaos Gods, another one dedicated to Warfare, another one for Horde upgrades, then another one for post-battle loot, and so on, just giving some variety that you could work on. You would work from the tip of each pointed area and work into the middle, which then would give some generic upgrades and so on. The technology tree for the Warriors of Chaos has always bothered me. It was always way too bland. Even when it came out and the other races didn't really have too much to go for them too, it always seemed like they had the short end of the stick. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a bit of a discussion, shall we? But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram and Discord, where you can get in contact with the Great Book team and talk to us about anything hobby related, Warhammer related, or anything really. Also in the description section below is an affiliate link with Element Games, where you could buy loads of hobby based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Purchasing from that link and also using our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. Honestly, it's amazing that people want to help a small channel grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to our patron Gibraltar LUSC for subscribing to us at our Fane level. Honestly, mate, you're super cool. And a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing, commenting on the videos. Honestly, it's amazing to be able to talk to so many Warhammer fans worldwide. The channel's been growing a lot recently, and honestly, it's just amazing. I'm still trying to process how and why, but still. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.